The chilling silence following the Trump administration's ominous warnings to 60 U.S. universities reverberates with the weight of suppressed dissent and the chilling prospect of academic censorship. The accusations? A failure to adequately protect Jewish students amidst the wave of pro-Palestinian protests that swept campuses last year. This wasn't a gentle nudge. These were warning letters, preludes to potential punitive actions, a stark reminder of the administration's unwavering commitment to its agenda. The initial shockwave sent ripples across the nation's higher education landscape. 60 universities, pillars of learning, bastions of free thought, found themselves under the scrutinizing gaze of a powerful, increasingly authoritarian administration. The letters, thinly veiled threats, cast a long shadow over the sanctity of academic freedom, a cornerstone of American democracy. Cornell University, a prestigious institution with a long and storied history, found itself squarely in the crosshairs. Its president, in a bold and defiant op-ed published in the New York Times, articulated a powerful counter-narrative. Universities, he argued, are and must remain vibrant marketplaces of ideas, where robust debate and even passionate protest are not only tolerated but cherished as essential elements of the educational experience. The conflict in Gaza, he contended, was a matter of profound international concern, deserving of intense scrutiny and rigorous discussion within the university environment. His words, however, seemed to fall on deaf ears. The subsequent actions of the Trump administration speak volumes. A staggering $1 billion in federal funding for Cornell University was abruptly frozen, a blatant act of retribution for daring to challenge the administration's narrative. Northwestern University, home to a highly respected journalism school, suffered a similar fate, with $790 million in funding frozen. This was not merely a financial blow. It was a calculated assault on academic independence, a blatant attempt to stifle dissent through economic coercion. The implications are far-reaching and deeply unsettling. Brown, Columbia, Harvard, Princeton, and the University of Pennsylvania, names synonymous with academic excellence, are now facing similar investigations, their futures shrouded in uncertainty. The New York Times paints a grim picture. At least $3.3 billion in federal funding for elite universities has already been frozen in the past month, with billions more hanging precariously in the balance. This is not simply a matter of budget cuts. It's a systematic dismantling of academic freedom under the guise of protecting students. The case of Columbia University stands out as a particularly egregious example of the administration's overreach. Following an investigation, the university, in a move that has drawn widespread condemnation from academics and free speech advocates worldwide, agreed to implement significant changes demanded by the Trump administration. These concessions are nothing short of alarming. The Middle Eastern Studies Department, a vital center of scholarship and critical analysis, is now under new, arguably biased, administrative supervision. Face masks, a crucial tool for public health and safety, are banned on campus. Campus security officers are granted expansive new powers, including the authority to remove or arrest individuals, a chilling prospect for free expression and peaceful protest. And, in what can only be described as a cynical attempt to manipulate academic discourse, the university is mandated to expand its intellectual diversity by bolstering its Institute for Israel and Jewish Studies. Lee Bollinger, Columbia's former president, offered a stark assessment in an interview with the Chronicle of Higher Education: an authoritarian takeover. His words resonate with a chilling accuracy. The actions of the Trump administration are not simply about protecting Jewish students. They are about silencing dissenting voices, controlling the narrative, and ultimately eroding the very foundations of higher education in the United States. This is not about partisan politics. It's about the future of American academia, the preservation of free speech, and the unwavering defense of the principles of intellectual freedom. The freezing of billions in federal funding, the imposition of draconian restrictions on campus activities, and the blatant attempts to manipulate academic departments represent a profound threat to the future of higher education. The silence following these actions is deafening, a stark testament to the administration's success in silencing dissent. The question remains: How far will this authoritarian encroachment extend before the academic community, and indeed the entire nation, rises up to defend the very principles upon which American higher education has been built? The fight for academic freedom is far from over. The battle for the soul of American universities is now underway.